I think me being a no on the charter commissions is a thing that is probably my base is really mad about. I am,
and why are you a no on the charter?
because I think that they've put too much in there that I think is going to make the next form of government, if that's passed, unworkable in a different way. So let me do sort of the low-hanging fruit that's easy to understand. Either let's have a city manager or let's have a mayor, but not some kind of weird hybrid between the two where I feel like the mayor might not be that politically important or relevant, okay? And I get why people might want a city manager versus a strong mayor, okay? I would prefer a strong mayor myself. I'm a politician. I want to know who's in charge. Where I think a big city deserves a politician that's running the city and we know who to be mad at or to be happy about. So that's an easy one. I want districts. I respond to a lot of calls from my voters about things that are a city problem because they can't get anybody in city government to properly return their phone call or problem solve them. And so I want someone who feels like it's their job to represent inner Southeast Portland, or maybe outer Southeast Portland, depending on how the district is drawn, to feels like it's my job to go down there and fight for things that help my area of the world, or at least if I lose, explain why we can't have that or something else is more important. And the multi-member districts, the way that I think are too big, there's all sorts of ways that thing could be gamed. And I think it's important that a group of people know who their person is and who they're supposed to go to, and then who they get to be happy with or blame, depending on the job that they do. And then lastly, I think the thing that is really the most troubling about what the Charter Commission has put forward is the way that the council is elected. I am fine with ranked choice voting. I think getting rid of the primaries and having the primary and the general election in the same vote is perfectly fine. And I could probably even get there with multi-member districts, though I'm more biased toward having a single member district where I know who the person is or isn't. But this thing that they have crafted, where it's like you get 25% of some threshold of votes, and then you're in automatically, and then the vote that you gave to other people is redistributed, I think is very hard to understand. I keep reading the plain language of what the ordinance is going to say, and I struggle to understand it. And I think that is a real recipe for voters having mistrust in the political system. That is not the kind of thing we should be setting up right now when voters are very dissatisfied with the way government runs in the city, and there's a mood of government mistrust and institutional mistrust. We need to have a system that's clear, easy to understand, that people can grasp. And I think this sort of multi-member district with this threshold of ranked choice voting is open for games and dissatisfaction, and we will be, if it passes, we'll be upset once it's implemented. And so that is something that, like, when I go to the website of the people that are in favor of this, it's like all my friends. It's all my organizational buddies. I think I'm going to have a couple bad weeks.